Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are discuss about sinusitis. Sinusitis is inflammation or swelling of the tissue lining the sinuses. Healthy sinuses are filled with air, but when they become blocked and filled with fluid, germ can grow and cause an infection. Before sinusitis, we discuss about anatomy of sinuses. The sinuses are hollow spaces in the skull and the face bones around your nose. There are four pair of sinuses. First is frontal sinuses. The frontal sinuses are located above the eyes near your forehead. Second is maxillary sinuses. Maxillary sinuses are located on the each side of your nose near the cheekbones. Third is ethmoid sinuses. Ethmoid sinuses are located on the each side of bridge of your nose near your eyes. There are three small pair of the ethmoid sinuses. Fourth and last is sphenoid sinuses. Sphenoid sinuses are behind the eyes, deeper into your skull. These sinuses collectively are called the paranasal sinuses. Next is causes of sinusitis. 98% of sinusitis occurs due to viral infection. It also be caused by bacterial infection, while small population can be affected due to fungal infection. There is some predisposing factor that is make it more likely you get sinusitis, including allergic rhinitis, exposure of cigarette smoking, and environmental factors. There is some risk factor having a previous respiratory tract infection such as cold, nasal polyps, which are small benign growths in the nasal passages that can lead to obstruction and inflammation, seasonal allergies, sensitivity to substances such as dust, pollen, and animal hair, having a weakened immune system due to medication or a health condition, having a deviated septum. There are different types of sinusitis and they can last for various length of time. Acute sinusitis is temporary and can happen when a person has a cold or a seasonal allergy. Symptoms usually go away within 7 to 10 days but can last up to 4 weeks. Subacute sinusitis, an inflammation lasting 4 to 8 weeks. Chronic sinusitis, a condition characterized by sinus inflammation symptoms lasting 8 weeks or longer. Recurrent sinusitis, several attacks within a year. Next is symptoms of sinusitis. Common symptoms of acute sinusitis include nasal congestion, thick green nasal discharge, fever, headache, tiredness, and facial pain. Some symptoms depend on which sinus is inflamed. For example, frontal sinusitis can cause pain in the forehead and pain that gets worse when laying on your back. However, a wider range of symptoms of sinusitis is often present in chronic sinusitis than in acute sinusitis, include fatigue, little or no smell, ear fullness or pressure, toothache in upper teeth, speech that sounds nasal, and sometimes. Next is diagnosis of sinusitis. A doctor may make a diagnosis by asking about symptoms, carrying out a physical examination, using an endoscope to see inside the nasal passage called rhinoscopy, ordering an MRI or CT scan to check for structural problem in some cases, or X-ray of sinuses, carrying out an allergy test to identify possible triggers. Next is treatment of sinusitis. The treatment options depend on how long the condition lasts. In acute and subacute sinusitis, treatment is according to symptoms. Nasal decongestant sprays reduce swelling and allow the sinuses to drain. Use for up to 3 days only. Use of mucolytic and painkiller medication. Nasal irrigation. Rinse and clear the nasal passages with salt water or a saline solution. Rest. Sleep or rest with head and shoulder raised on a pillow. If a bacterial infection is present, a doctor may add antibiotic in previous treatment. In chronic sinusitis is not usually due to bacteria, so antibiotics are unlikely to help. Reducing exposure to triggers such as dust mite and pollens. Corticosteroid sprays or tablets may help manage inflammation, but these often need a prescription and medical supervision. Long-term use of these medications can lead to adverse effects. A doctor may recommend surgery if other treatment have not worked. However, surgery may not resolve the problem completely. The person may need to continue other treatment after surgery to stop sinusitis from returning.